The fact that we are all still standing here is a testament to their heroism. Anyway, there's nothing you or I can do to bring them back now.
He has risen, baby girl!
Fuck!
What is up, bros? I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Caleb.
And we're a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros, the first episode in a long time.
Long time.
Basically, 2025 so far has really fucking sucked for Caleb and I, because we both lost our fathers at the beginning of the year. Caleb lost his dad in January, and I lost mine in February.
Yeah, because we just like to copy each other like that.
Yeah, that just really shows how connected we are. And that's literally what I sent Caleb. This is probably really fucked up to say. Literally the day that my dad passed away, I'm just like, hey man, you're cool with dark humor, right? And he's like, yeah, I love it. So I'm like, okay, if you thought we were connected now, just think how connected we are. Or if you think we're connected right now, I'm going to connect us even more. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, my dad just passed away today. He's like, you're fucking with me, right? I'm like,
dude,
no, dude.
Dead ass. I thought you were joking with me. And I'm like, this might be a little too soon.
Dude, no, like, I promise I would never joke with that. Never.
Listen, I know that you wouldn't,
yeah,
but it was still like the coincidence in itself was like,
yeah. So literally, I think it's like off maybe like a day or two, but our dads passed away within a month of each other. Literally a month.
Yep.
It is insane.
Yeah, and I was texting Rose like before, and I was just like, yeah, like not in the headspace right now, like need a little time. And then I was finally getting into like the space, and I was like, all right, I think like I can go. And then you hit me with that shit, and I'm like, God damn it.
But we will both we will both dearly miss our fathers. And we think that for our mental state, and just we miss talking with each other every week, we feel that we're ready to finally jump back into the All Bros. So
yeah, and then we remembered we can edit out the crying. So
that thank God, thank God.
I've made this joke a couple times, not really a joke, but that 2025 may have killed our dads, but it's not going to kill the podcast.
Oh shit! Yeah, thank goodness for that. I can't lose another thing this year.
Yeah, 2025 has sucked enough. Like I'm walking through the rest of this year with my tail tucked between my legs, just like, please don't.
Seriously, I don't need to lose another loved one, and this podcast is a loved one. So
yeah, 2025 came a swinging.
Yeah, no, like seriously,
like 2025 is like that relationship that you see out in public where someone moves their hand too fast and you're
dude, seriously. Oh man.
Yeah, like I've told everyone in my life, I'm like, if you're gonna break news to me, you have to do it very gently. Because like my mom's done it a couple times where she's just like, guess what? And I'm like, oh god. Like what? And then she's like your cousin did this today. Okay, cool.
Okay. Phew.
Yeah, or my brother when he calls in a panic, dude, have you heard? What? Like and then he just tells me something about my mom. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
That's me now. I mean, for my mom's health issues aside, but whenever my mom calls me now, because that's how it started that day. Whenever my mom like calls me now, I'm like, oh fuck. Please tell me like everything's okay. And thankfully every single time that she's called me since then, like everything's fine. She just needs to ask me a question. But like every single time she calls me and doesn't, and instead of texting me, I'm like, oh fuck.
Like, oh god, this is it. Oh man. Fun stuff.
Yeah. I hope everybody else's 2025 has been good so far.
Yeah. So we should be back to regularly scheduled episodes, like obviously with breaks here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like we'll try to keep those few and far between. I don't see any in the foreseeable future for a hot minute, but
Knock on
we'll
wood.
see. Knock on wood.
Yeah. But so for the first episode back, we are going to be doing I was going to say the Minecraft movie, but so many people have corrected me with that. They're just like, it's not the Minecraft movie, it's a Minecraft movie. This is not the definitive Minecraft movie.
That's so stupid. Like, you know what I meant.
Yeah. And they kind of do lean on the a Minecraft movie when the movie opens, because even Jack Black was just like, oh, this is only one of the tales coming from what is the place called? The Netherrealm? Is that what it's called?
The overworld.
The Overworld. Wow.
Yeah. So there's the overworld and there's the Nether.
The Nether. Okay.
The Nether is the where all the piglins are from.
So that's the shitty area, and then the Overworld is the good area.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I'm rusty. It's been a while.
It has been a hot minute.
So we don't have anything to talk about with weekly watches. We're just gonna jump right into our it's headliner, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. If we tried doing our freaking weekly watch today, we'd be here forever.
Yeah. For me, a lot of comfort shows. A lot of Friends,
The Office, comfort shows.
Friends, The Office, Superstore, The Middle. Yeah, those have been on nonstop the past couple months.
Yep. Yeah. So with that,
yeah,
I think we're good to get in the headliner.
All right, let's do it.
Sick.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms.
Did I skip something?
What?
Did I skip something?
Did you skip something?
Yeah. I said.
Did you not see the trailer or the commercial for Ben?
Yeah.
Did that not play?
Yeah, I did. Shit, what do I do after that?
You start the episode. Listen, it's been a while. It hasn't been that long, Rose.
I'm sorry. Okay, wait. So we're just jumping right into the headliner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the episode's already started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, Caleb, do you want to let people know how we review movies on this podcast?
I didn't hear that part.
Oh,
because I think I had a glitch.
Oh, okay.
So I just heard you looking at me, and then you're like, "Hello."
Oh, okay. But so I did it right.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I was like, shit, have I really just completely forgotten how this freaking podcast is laid out?
Oh, anyway. So if you are new to our breakdown system, kind of like we are today,
fuck you.
We
just kidding.
We break down movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we are going to be scoring today are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we're going to give it our own personal score at the very end. All these numbers are going to get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this to movies of a similar grade. So, with that, if you have not seen a Minecraft movie, Rose is about to spoil the ever-loving bejesus out of this thing in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose.
All right, let's see how rusty I am. Struggling doorknob salesman. I had no idea that was a thing. They might have just made it. I don't think it is. Well, I mean, they made it a joke for this movie, but there's got to be someone that there's got to be something like that out there, right? Maybe people are just really invested in their doorknobs.
I mean, they could be, for all I know.
Okay, so struggling doorknob salesman Steve breaks into a mine to fulfill a childhood dream when he discovers the Orb of Dominance and the Earth Crystal. When combined, they create a portal that transports him to the Overworld, a world where the terrain is made of easily manipulated cubes. He builds his own paradise and later stumbles across a portal to a hellish world called the Nether. He is imprisoned by Malgosha. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Okay. The gold-obsessed piglin ruler of the Nether who hates creativity. Because the orb would allow her to control the overworld, Steve has his dog Dennis hide it and the crystal under his bed in the real world. Sometime later, 1980s video game champion Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison owns a failing video game store in Chugless, Idaho. He heads to a storage auction to acquire items to sell for cash, ultimately winning the contents of Steve's old house. While searching through the items, particularly hoping to find an Atari Cosmos, he instead finds Steve's old belongings, including the Orb of Dominance and the Earth Crystal. Siblings Henry and Natalie move to Chugless following their mother's death. The two meet Don, their real estate agent, who wants to open a petting zoo. On Henry's first day of school, he gets in trouble when his makeshift jetpack malfunctions and destroys a mascot statue. To avoid trouble, he pretends that Garrett is his uncle, who takes him to the video game store to discuss his options. There, Henry combines the orb and crystal, leading the two to the mine. Natalie is worried and calls Don, who accesses Henry's location via Natalie's phone. All four of them ultimately enter the portal and arrive in the overworld. Malgosha is alerted that the orb has returned. She releases Steve from his prison in the Nether to reclaim it, bluffing that she holds Dennis hostage. While fighting off monsters at night, Henry learns how to build and makes a wooden fortress. The Earth Crystal is destroyed in the commotion, though. Steve appears at dawn and defeats the monsters. He says that a replacement crystal will be needed from the Woodland Mansion. To prepare, he leads them to a nearby village and shows them how to craft. However, piglins launch a raid on the village. Steve, Garrett, and Henry narrowly escape, but Natalie and Dawn are separated and discover Dennis. Malgosha responds by sending out the Great Hog. When Steve mentions that he has a large hoard of diamonds, Garrett becomes interested and demands access as an added condition of handing over the orb. They find the hoard, but Henry is angered by the detour and worries about Natalie's safety. When the Great Hog arrives, they flee using minecrafts, and the hog is blown up by creepers. Arriving at the mansion, Steve and Garrett attempt to distract the inhabitant pillagers, while Henry acquires both the Earth
Pillagers.
Crystal. It's what? It's villagers.
It's pillagers.
It is pillagers. My bad.
Pillagers, or it's either pillagers or illagers.
Okay, well they have pillagers on Wikipedia.
Okay, then pillagers.
Okay, so pillagers when Henry acquires both the Earth Crystal and an Ender Pearl, which can facilitate one teleport. Malgosha returns and blows up the bridge to the mansion. Steve and Henry lose the orb but escape as Garrett seemingly sacrifices himself in the blast. The two awaken with Dawn, Natalie, and Dennis in a mushroom house they built. Malgosha uses the orb to superpower the Nether portal, blotting out the sun and declaring war on the overworld. The party crafts an arsenal of weapons and an army of iron golems? Golems?
Yes.
Okay.
Iron golems.
Golems, okay. That meet the invading force. Henry uses the Ender Pearl to obtain the crystal, restoring the sunlight and causing Malgosha and her army to zombify and die. The party, including Garrett, who survived the explosion, returns to Chugless, where they create the successful video game Block City Battle Buddies. Dawn opens her zoo with Dennis as an attraction. Natalie begins teaching self-defense classes. Henry completes his jetpack, and Garrett operates the game store with Steve. They don't mention the after credit scene where Steve goes to his old house and he meets, oh my God, what was her name? Did
Alex.
you stay for the Alex? Okay, thank you. I was going to ask, did you stay for the credits? But you did.
Yep. Pretty standard for me.
You know what? It's weird nowadays that I have to look up for literally every movie, it feels, if there is an end credit scene. Like, I never thought that I would have to
Yeah.
do that.
I had a feeling we'd have to with this one.
Yeah, that's fair. Like it's not surprising that they tease a sequel in this one. But like, like other movies, like if it's like a comedy and like they actually have like an end credit scene, and usually it's just like something stupid, but like, like it's still funny. But it's just still so weird.
Yeah, this was basically the equivalent of them teasing Tails. So for those of you that don't know about Minecraft, Alex is the second playable character that they added. That was kind of like a default skin. So like the first and like default skin was Steve, who is the classic like blue shirt, pants, like basic, like when you say Minecraft like character, like he's like the default. Alex is the character that they added, like the female character that they added. So is either you play it as
Okay.
Alex or you play it as Steve. So that's who Alex is. So them introducing her was kind of fun.
Can I say how much I hate the internet? I'm not even 10 images in, and I'm already seeing sexualized pictures of her. And all I searched was Alex Minecraft.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah. What the hell, internet? What the hell's wrong with you guys?
That'll learn you.
Yeah, seriously. Jeez.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest, dude. But yeah. So yeah, anyway.
Jumping into the story.
The story, I know, like, so I've played a fair share of Minecraft. Just because I introduced my daughter to it. We've been playing it a lot lately. Dude, what are you looking up?
No, just apparently Kate McKinnon is Alex.
Was she?
Yeah.
Love it. That did not sound like her.
That's what it says.
Okay, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I could totally get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know Minecraft too well, like I said, like Rose is someone that kind of has the general idea of Minecraft. I've gotten a little bit more into everything else. Like I feel like I'm a bit more advanced. I'm not like a super crazy, like I wouldn't consider myself part of the Minecraft community that's like on YouTube or anything. I have done a pretty decent deep dive into some lore and some Easter eggs that we might have missed out on, because that was something that they included a lot of. But yeah, the story was 100% original. So the point of Minecraft, like there is an end goal. The end goal is to reach, or so there's a portal that you have to gather these elements from, and you have to find this portal for one, and I think there's only one on the entire map. And it could spawn literally anywhere. It's usually within walking distance of wherever your character is. But it's called an end portal. So you have to gather all these things to get an end portal, and the end portal takes you to what they call the end, and then you have to fight a dragon. It's called the Ender Dragon. And then once you defeat that dragon, then you get the Minecraft credits and everything. So that's that's basically everything about Minecraft from beginning to end.
Okay.
But within that, like the Ender Dragon's really hard to fight, so you need to that's why you're gathering all these materials. You're getting weapons, you're getting armor, you're getting everything that you can need to face this dragon. And then if you want enchanted things, then you have to go into this world called the Nether, which is what they went into here, which they have a method of building this portal, and it's exactly how it happens in the movie. Like you build a little square of obsidian, and then you use flint and steel, light it, and then boom, like you got your portal.
Okay.
And then the nether is like super hard, but like it's difficult terrain to maneuver through, but there are different enemies, and one of the things in there are those piglins. The piglins don't like they so they're not hostile in the game. Like they're just creatures that are like obsessed with gold. So if you walk in there with gold, they'll kind of like you'll attract them.
Okay.
But what's cool about it that they kind of got right was if you lure them through the portal and take them to the overworld, that like the sun will make them zombify.
Okay.
And then you have zombie piglins, and then I think those are hostile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
and then
whereas
all the
in the
other
movie they just died, like they didn't turn into zombies, nothing like that.
no, that's what was happening to them. Like they were zombifying.
Oh, they were. So how come
Yeah,
they didn't
so
go anywhere with that?
with the zombifying.
Yeah.
Oh, so the reason that like I think if you give them this thing called netherwort, which is something that you find in the nether, you can basically heal them or cure them of zombification.
Huh. Okay.
So you can give it to them and then they'll last a little bit longer.
Interesting.
But yeah, so like the piglins, yeah, like not hostile at all. But it's fun that they kind of took it their own route with this. Just kind of having the piglins be the antagonists.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of cool things that they did with that. Like I said, it was very there was a lot of artistic liberties taken in terms of like all of that stuff.
I feel like for the little I actually know about Minecraft, I could definitely tell that that's what they had to do, and like honestly, they did a really good job. Like if you have to craft a story for a Minecraft movie, that might be one of the hardest, if not the hardest, video game to actually turn into a movie. Because these other games, Sonic, Mario, Zelda, since that's coming up, you have a lot of story already laid out for you, and you can create a story that you want to turn into a movie pretty easily, I feel. But with Minecraft, there's a lot of liberties that you kind of just have to kind of make up. Like it's definitely one of the what's the word? Shit, I don't even know the word. Not franchise. What's it? When you son of a god damn it. It's hard. It's one of the like arguably like the hardest video game franchise to actually turn into a movie. That's really the gist I was trying to get across.
Yeah, because like that was something that a lot of people were concerned about. It's like what is this story going to be? Because Minecraft doesn't have a story.
I will say I'm really glad that as much as like Steve looks how cool Steve looks in like block form, I'm actually glad that they went with how he just like he looks just like a normal human being. They didn't try to make Jack Black animated and turn him into block form. I'm really glad that they didn't do that with the human characters. Like once they entered the under oh my god, what is it called again? I'm sorry.
The
Overworld. Once humans enter the overworld, nothing changes about them. They're just the same. So I'm sure there's some people that don't like that, but I actually really liked that.
Yeah, I dug it too. But yeah, they got a lot of things right. They included a lot of new things too. So like, I think this is like the version of Minecraft that they showed us is as up to date as it was when they started.
Okay.
So like the pandas are relatively new. A lot of those different things are new. So like, I think they've kept it up to that version.
Because like creepers are OG.
Yeah, creepers are OG. If I'm remembering correctly, so creepers were created on accident.
Huh.
So I don't know the like the exact story. Hold on. What is okay, so this is what happened. The creeper, the model for the creeper was the result of a coding error when they were trying to create the pig mob in early stages of Minecraft's development.
Interesting.
So they mixed up the dimensions. They swapped the length and the height, and instead of deleting the result, they said I'll keep the mixed up dimensions of the model. Wait, hold up. I'll keep it for a creepy creature. And then later added the green texture based on the leaves to the model, gave it aggressive AI, and turned it into a hostile mob.
That is just so. God, imagine saying, because I feel when people think of Minecraft, the two things that just immediately stick out to them are Steve's design and a creeper. And so just thinking that a creeper was created on accident and is just a video game icon now just
It
blows my
truly
mind.
is, dude.
Like, that is insane.
Yeah. So all they wanted to do, like their goal with the creeper, and the reason that it's called a creeper is because it is silent until it's too close to you. So like if you had your back turned to a creeper, you wouldn't know until it started doing the hissing at you, and then you'd know like, oh shit, and then it explodes. So that's like that was their whole reasoning for. They thought it'd look creepy. They wanted it to, like, they disguised it to have like the leaves texture,
Yeah.
and then it explodes. And they wanted to make the creeper like super unpredictable.
Okay.
And so they just kept adding stuff to it. So apparently now, if it gets struck by lightning, it'll become a supercharged creeper, and the explosion is bigger.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, but like it's a crazy what this game has done, dude. Like it's insane. It is one of, if not the most popular video game like to date.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Like I don't know what would top it.
Yeah, dude, I can't even think of I mean, freaking, like, this past weekend just showcased how much people love Minecraft, because it actually beat the Super Mario Bros. Movie to have the highest opening weekend domestic for a video game movie.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, like
this
thinking about it now, yeah, it doesn't.
What's crazy about it though too, it's universally agreed that this movie isn't good.
Yeah, that is true.
Like everyone knows that this movie's kind of like like it's okay.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, it's so much fun though.
Yeah, like despite me not really knowing what all that was happening, I actually still had a good time. Like the human characters are really fun to watch. The world looks freaking awesome. So for someone that literally had no idea what the hell was going on for the most part, I was pleasantly surprised for how much I enjoyed this. I did walk out of the movie being like, you know what? That wasn't bad. Like I had a good time.
Yeah. The only thing that I felt like I was really confused on, and I actually did quite a bit of research on this, while they are exploring the village, they're like looking around, like looking at all the villagers and stuff, and exploring that, and there's a pig that walks by with a crown. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes. It was the kid. What's the kid's name?
Technoblade.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So, sorry, I meant the kid in the movie.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah, Henry. Apparently, the actor actually told the director, "Hey, there was this big Minecraft player, arguably the biggest Minecraft player at the time, Technoblade, who unfortunately passed away. We really need to pay tribute to him in this movie." And so they decided to have a pig wearing a crown. And as the pig's walking by, Henry's like, "Who's that?" I think that's what he says. He was like, "Who's
Yeah,
that?"
he's
Steve's
just like, is that a king?
"Oh yeah, yeah." And then Steve's just like, "No, that's a legend."
Yeah.
Like that's cool. Like kudos to or props to the director for putting that in. Like that's awesome to pay tribute to him like that.
Yeah. So this kid, Technoblade, was one of the biggest Minecraft streamers like ever. Like his channel, his following was just insane, but he was diagnosed with cancer,
Damn, poor
and
guy.
it was like sarcoma or something like that. But he was diagnosed with that, so he was like slowly dying. Um, he started streaming in 2013, and he passed away in 2023, I think. 22.
Okay.
It was either 22 or 23. But yeah, so it was just like a big hit on the Minecraft community because everyone watched him. Like everyone who knew who this guy was.
Yeah.
He'd done a lot of charity streams and had raised over $1 million for cancer research.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just based off of his streams alone.
That is awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, and so like all the big freaking hitters that like everybody knows played Minecraft with this guy. Like Mr. Beast played with this guy.
No shit.
Yeah, any big YouTuber that has ever done Minecraft has played
Wow.
Minecraft with this guy. And
Damn.
yeah, and so his skin, like the character that he always played as, was like he would make his character look. It was a pig with a crown.
Okay.
So that's where where that tribute comes from. It's like straight up like just the pig with the crown. Like that was his iconic look.
That's awesome.
And I believe his last video, he was in the middle of editing it, and his dad actually recorded a little something, basically like explaining what happened to him.
Yeah.
Like it in like cut into the video. So however, like Technoblade had it edited to a certain point, and so his dad just left it like that, recorded his own little thing kind of explaining what happened when he had passed, like the day of, and then like basically explain what happened, like that he passed, like thanked everyone for like the love and whatnot, and then posted that. So that his last video wasn't completed, but his dad like took it upon himself to kind of finish it.
I love that.
But
That's
it's
awesome.
like super sad. It's a super sad story, dude. But it's like it's so cool. Like, and after this movie came out, like everyone was posting. Anyone like who knows the story, like everyone's saying like Technoblade never dies.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's super cool what they were able to throw in. Like Minecraft's been such a good, like it's such a wholesome game. Like obviously like you got the shitheads from every community, but like I feel overall the Minecraft community is pretty positive.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. Just the way it resonates with everyone. Like even my kid, like she loves Minecraft. Like and she's even gotten into like some of the like I've told her some of the stories that I've heard, like lore or whatever, and she loves that shit.
That's awesome.
And this movie just kind of like amplified that for her. Like she's always looking now for chicken jockeys.
Aw.
Yeah, she's always looking for that. She's always looking for pink sheep. Oh, anytime she sees a sheep now, she walks up to it and she goes, "Hola."
Oh, I love it.
Oh shit! What else does she do? Oh, today she's obsessed with frickin' Dennis, and so the like I'll listen to her like playing, and she finds a wolf, she tames it and everything, and then she's just like walking around, and she's just like I'll hear her like, "Go now, Dennis."
Oh, that's
And
adorable.
then she freaking like she does that. She tried making a lava chicken. Like she built like this pit and threw just an obscene amount of chicken in this pit. And then she started putting lava around the edge of the basically the bowl that she created. And then she just like you hear her just go la 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 lava. I'm like, are you making lava chicken? And she's like, yeah, it's spicy. I'm like,
Aw,
you are fantastic.
that is adorable.
Yeah, like this movie, like I said, objectively not the best,
No,
but it's not a bad movie.
no,
Like
no.
it's fun. Like
Like even the human like stories, like with the brother and sister, the
I'll say this: the human story was kind of ass. And,
well,
and
I didn't mind it actually.
before they got into the overworld, it was ass, dude.
I didn't think it was complete ass.
I could not
Personally.
care less until they got to the overworld.
Really?
And I was like, all right,
Damn.
here we go.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, it was fun. Like it was fine. I was like, okay, how are we gonna get to this point? And like once we got there, I'm like, all right, sick. Like, but yeah, I was a little like, eh. I loved Garrett though. Garrett, like Garrett Garrison.
Garbage, yep. Garrett the garbage man
loved him.
Garrison.
Yeah, loved him. The kids and Dawn, I was a little like about. Like,
Maybe it's just because the girl playing the sister looks like so young to me that like when they were like, you know, her and her brother are driving to this like new town. She's like, we're gonna start fresh, you know, after the death of our mom. You know, I got this good new job. The rent's cheap. We're gonna be just fine. I'm just like, how old are you? Like, how the
Dude,
how much was just thrown into your lap, girl? Like, damn.
I know, dude. I was like, how are you not still in school?
Yeah, like seriously.
This kind of like freaked me out because I'm like, oh my god, like, is this what an adult looks like? Like, I think that's what freaked me out because I'm like, oh shit, like I'm an actual adult.
Yeah. Like this is what 18-year-olds look like nowadays, 18 to 20. God, we're old.
Yeah, way to give me some like major internal panic, dude.
Straight up. Oh,
yeah,
man.
but once like I said, once they got into the overworld and everything, and started the story with the piglins and everything, I was here for it. Like I was so there for like their like no creativity is allowed. I cannot express how hard I laughed when that little piglin was caught drawing a picture, and then freaking she just freaking goes and stabs his ass, and then he turns into a piece of pork. I'm like, ah!
Oh man, dude, freaking when she kept calling Steve over, and he's like, "You have a small knife, don't you? Like you're gonna try to stab." She's like, "No. I just need to tell you something," and like barely reaches out for her. He's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought. Like you're pathetic." How many times did she do it? 3? Or is it just 2?
Yeah, she did it 3 times.
Oh my god!
I think she did it 3 times, and then the last time she's like, "And sneak attack," and like try to throw it.
Oh
It
yeah,
barely went like didn't even.
oh,
I thought that shit was so funny, dude.
that was good.
I laughed way harder than probably an adult needs to, but I love that little bit. Like I love the way that they called it out too. He's just like, "You got another knife there, huh? Like just stop. Like you're not going to stab me."
Speaking of, because I know Caleb said since him and Iris went to an earlier showing, so there weren't a lot of people in his his screening, but mine had a lot of kids, and a lot of them were like, you know, going along with the movie and saying, you know, when Jack Black says, "I am Steve," they said that too. They got into the chicken jockey thing. You know, like they said, like, I guess classic phrases from Minecraft. And like, honestly, it was really cool to see. It made me smile for how the kids how much they got into this movie. But there is this one kid, even before the movie started, that I'm just like, oh God, please tell me this isn't going to be how I think it is. After every single trailer, the kid had something to say. Like he had to say some stupid thing. And did they play the trailer for King of Kings before your showing.
The King of Kings.
That new Jesus movie, the animated movie.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Okay, so they played that before for my showing, and after the trailer finished, the kid just shouts, "Can I get a ho yeah?" Only one person did it back very quietly, but someone did say "Hoy." Someone actually gave him back a "ho yeah." But when the kid
Dead ass. That's hilarious.
apparently
great.
Caleb thought it was funnier than I did because I just eye rolled when he did that.
Oh my gosh. That I got such a childish sense of humor, dude. Like
I do too, but I don't know. Like, yeah,
I think I laugh at that a little bit harder because that's something like Iris does now. She won't do like the whole bit, like, but if she's like writing stuff, she'll go, "Oh yeah." I'm like, what the hell? And
does she do sheesh too?
Huh?
Does she go sheesh?
No, she does.
She
not
doesn't do that. Okay.
She heard one kid do the "ho yeah" thing at the park, and I laughed at it because it was like at the time, like what the kid did, it was hilarious, and so I laughed. She saw that I laughed, and she's just like, "Oh, cool! I'm just not going to stop doing it now." And so she kind of does that to make me laugh, and it does like every time she does it.
Okay.
So I would have died if a kid did that, because I know damn well my kid would have done that.
Yeah. All right, maybe it's like, yeah, if Iris did it, oh yeah, I'd be freaking laughing my butt off because that's just adorable. But maybe it's just because the kid was doing it for every single trailer, like doing something, so like he was already annoying me. That maybe that's probably why I didn't laugh. Like if that was the only one that he did it on, I probably would have laughed. But the fact that he was doing something for every damn trailer,
that's annoying as shit.
Yeah, so like that was just the icing on the cake that I'm just like, shut the hell up, kid, please.
Total side note, did they show the Superman clip?
They did. Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm so stoked for that movie. Freaking
dude,
just
I think
Crypto just bouncing off of Superman. Just like, oh fuck. Dude, I kind of like had to bite my tongue from not laughing.
Yeah, so David Corenswet was getting shit online because someone asked him about Crypto, and he said that Crypto's a bad dog, and everyone was just like, "What?" Like flipping out at him, and I think he was trying to backtrack, but everyone was like still ripping on him. So I think that's why we got that clip, because it explained like kind of what he meant.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah.
Because he was trying to explain. He's just like, "Well, yeah, like of course he's not a well-behaved dog, because how do you train a dog with superpowers?"
Yeah, that's fair.
Like especially like a young pup, like how do you handle that? And I'm like, you know what? That's a fair point. And then I saw it in action, and I was like, "Oh, that's okay."
Yeah, dude, freaking like I had to I felt bad for Superman, but like at the same time, like I had to freaking stop myself from laughing.
Dude, everyone hated, like there was a lot of people like that hated that clip because they're like, "Oh, it makes Superman look weak." And I'm like, it makes Superman feel like an actual character.
Yeah, seriously.
Like someone that like can get hurt, like someone that's not like super invincible. Like other time we've seen Superman, he's been in God mode.
Yep.
Like he's just invincible, and it's like it's almost not fun to watch.
No, dude, freaking yeah, when it opens with him crashing and you just keep hearing the you don't want to hear those sounds coming from Superman.
Yeah, like that just adds weight to whatever threat he was up against.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, "Oh shit." Because I think we're so used to having that God level Superman
that you don't expect to see him like literally laid out on the snow, blood just dripping out of his mouth.
Yeah, like
Like,
just bloodied, battered, and then yeah. So I loved that clip. Like I'm like I love this Superman already.
yeah,
I haven't
same
seen
here.
very much. I love this
Yeah.
Superman.
No, dude, I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah, same. July's going to be nuts, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Because we're getting
freaking
Superman
Superman.
and
Fan-
Fantastic Four. Both movies look freaking amazing,
they do.
and I'm all here for freaking Thunderbolts too.
Yeah, I hope that movie, like, I mean, we don't know how it is, but I really do hope that people turn out for that movie because I love the idea of a team that is just rejects. Like, come on, that's just fantastic. I love that idea.
Yeah, it definitely has some like Suicide Squad vibes.
It does, but I'm
But
here
I
for it.
dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to Minecraft.
Yeah. Story, what are you thinking score wise for you?
That's a tough one. I'm honestly, I think I'm like my average is 75. I'm probably sitting at like a 77. Like the story wasn't it wasn't like I don't know. I don't know. Like it's just it's a story that wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. It was
Yeah.
just kind of like in the middle, super like bare bone. I didn't go to get a super grand story.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I went to go have some Minecraft in real life fun,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I got. And that had nothing to do with the story.
No.
So
For
I
me,
think I'd be 77.
okay. For me, I am a little lower just because, like, for me, the story, I kind of have to base it off a little bit, not only of like the human characters and where their stories go, but what I can actually understand of the story in the oh my god, I'm gonna get this. What is the world called again? I'm gonna remember this eventually.
The overworld.
Overworld. I keep wanting to say underworld. The overworld, for what I could actually understand. And for the most part, I feel like with like the little that I knew of Minecraft, like I was able for the most part to follow along, but I will admit I do wish that I knew more because I would have enjoyed it more than I did. So story, I think I'm going to be at a 73.
That's fair. Next up, we got writing. This I would say is higher.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I would absolutely agree.
This was written in such a way that it was aware of what it was. It didn't try to take itself too seriously whatsoever, which worked amazingly. It had some like really funny jokes and concepts in it, like all stuff that like kind of ties into Minecraft. Like one thing that I really liked is when Steve was showing off his house, and he's like, "Here's the first house I built," and it's basically just dirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Bro, that is everybody's first house." And then he's like, "Here's my second house. Here's my third house. Here's a house I built completely out of cotton." And it's just like, dude, that's exactly what happens, because it's like, but I love the realism that they added to it, like when they were inside the house, but there's just like dandruff and stuff like floating through the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, oh my gosh, like this completely captured the impracticality of Minecraft houses.
Yeah, no, that was great. Even that part, like just for like I've said many times, for the little knowledge that I have of Minecraft, that scene especially just had me smiling when he was introducing all of his houses. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Like I thought that shit was so funny. I loved the relationship that developed between Steve and Garrett.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I did not think that I would ever in my lifetime see, and they sugarcoat it, but this is what it was. seeing Jack Black and Jason Momoa have to 69 with each other.
Dude, I
never
was
thought that
dying.
Yeah, dude, that was just amazing.
Oh my gosh, that whole scene was freaking awesome. Like, my favorite is when he's freaking like pulling on his hair, like when he's sitting on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is freaking fantastic. Like, this movie's gone completely off the rails, and I love it.
Yeah, dude, they gotta freaking put these two together in more movies because they bounce off each other very well.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is how I imagine Jason Momoa to be, like, all the time. Just like a super goofy character.
Yeah. You know what they need to do since they're doing, another Jumanji? Freaking add Jason Momoa to it.
Yes.
That he would be incredible in a Jumanji 3.
Dude, I'm so pumped. I love like that Jason Momoa has this guy that has been following him around at all of his Minecraft press conferences because he has pictures of himself as Lobo. So he officially got cast in James Gunn's Supergirl movie.
Oh yeah.
As Lobo. And he has pictures of himself in costume. And someone asked, like, "Oh, so we've been hearing that you're in like pre-production and stuff, and you already had your costume fitting." And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, you what?" And then he like starts pulling out his phone, and then you just hear some guy like in the back. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can't show you guys." And then
that's
he's in the
amazing.
background, and everyone anyone that asks him about Lobo, like he's just like, "Yeah, like I've already done the costumes and everything, but I can't show you because of that guy over there." Like. I love him, dude. Jason Momoa is so freaking awesome.
He is. And I love that he's so stoked to play Lobo. That makes me happy.
Yeah. I love that he was psyched to play in this movie.
Yeah, dude, freaking he was game. Both him and Jack Black. Like, seriously, it was just absolutely amazing. I mean, we'll definitely get to them with acting. But yeah, freaking the character that they wrote with Jason Momoa's character, the writing for him is just hilarious, especially like when they first introduce each other, like when they enter the overworld, and Dawn, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Who are you?" He's just like, "Oh, I'm Garrett, the Garbage Man Garrison, video game champion of 1989. Whatever. I don't think too much about it." It's fantastic.
I love that shit. But yeah, such a goofy character. Like, loved him. And honestly, the only writing I didn't necessarily care for was from what's her name, the sister.
See,
she was a little overwritten.
See, we're like, yeah, but like for the most part, I actually really liked her writing because I could resonate with her because for the most part, I had no idea what the hell was going on. So, like everything that she said, I absolutely agree with. I mean, they spoiled this line in the trailer, but I love when I think it's Jason Momoa she calls a tool bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh my god, this guy's such a tool bag."
Yeah.
But like, I did like the brother, like, they really had to, like jump right into the brother sister dynamic. They don't really have a lot of time to set it up. But I feel for the most part, I did enjoy what they were able to do. I appreciated that, despite not Garrett, what's the kid's name?
Henry, thank
you. Despite, him being like in this amazing world and, like really where he belongs, or like where he would want to stay and belong. He's still throughout the movie caring about his sister, making sure that she's okay. Him wanting to go back to actually be. I love that, despite that Steve, goes back with them after thinking about it. He's like, it's not the same out there. You can actually, create and do whatever you want here. It's not the same out there. You're going to be looked down upon if you create. And he's like, "Yeah, I know, but I'm still going to create anyway." Like, I loved that.
Yeah, that messaging was really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I were in Steve's situation though, I would have never left.
Dude, I was shocked that he did. Like,
I know. I'm like, you're basically like a god.
yeah, you're god of Minecraft, so why would you give it up? Why would you give up being the god of the overworld?
Yeah, like I think that's where it got me. Like, just the concept. Like, if there's any game that I would go and live in, it'd be freaking Minecraft, dude. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can build whatever I want. I can create these farms where all of my needs are taken care of. Like, every comfort and luxury that I could possibly desire, like, is all in like within my grasp. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I've thought about like how I play Minecraft, like when I play just by myself. I'm like, I could live like that in real life forever.
It's definitely one of the easiest video games to not only, I feel, survive, but like actually make it a home.
Yeah, to thrive.
To thrive. Because, you know, like if you're thinking about your favorite video games, I'd be screwed in Grand Theft Auto. Ain't no way I'm surviving that. Definitely not surviving Red Dead Redemption. I don't know how it would work with Mario. Same thing with Sonic. So like, yeah, Minecraft is obviously the best choice when even if you don't know jack shit about Minecraft, you could pick it up pretty easily. And like Caleb said, you could freaking thrive there.
Yeah. Like, and very easily. Very easily. Like, once you kind of figured out the whole zombie situation, like you could thrive.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be difficult whatsoever. Like, I listen, and Minecraft, I wouldn't even put Minecraft in my top 10 favorite video games. But that's like thinking about all the other video games I play, like my number one is Skyrim. No way in hell would I try and live in Skyrim's world. Like, having to fight a dragon every like 3 days, no thank you. But yeah, Minecraft is it. Like, dude, my Minecraft world is the shit. Like, anytime that I build stuff with Minecraft, it's always like I literally have a garden that I can manage that basically it delivers all of the food that I grow directly into my house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like the same way. Like, I've been learning different methods for like harvesting cows and pigs and stuff, and I'm like, I would be an absolute menace in Minecraft. Like, I just have my own little shack of like where I could fish all day long, have like infinite amounts of food. Like, that would be the bomb.com. But yeah, this movie, I think this movie did what it was supposed to do. It made me want to go and play Minecraft.
It didn't for me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think what this movie really does well is like it ignites the spark that was once there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if if it's enough to ignite a new spark, like in you.
I don't know. Maybe if I saw it a second time, maybe. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, I think this also would have to do with your connection to the game.
Fair. Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. Like, if once you see it again, like, it'll be interesting to see if you like try and go play or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to writing, the dialogue wasn't too bad. Definitely it definitely had like 80s vibes to it, which I think was on par with the characters that Jack Black and Jason Momoa were playing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, everyone was talking about like how campy it was that Jack Black was just like yell announcing everything that was happening, like the chicken jockey. I'm like, I thought that like it was fun. Like, yeah, it was campy,
no.
it was over the top, but it was fun.
Yeah. No, like I honestly appreciated how much he got into this role.
Yeah. But like all of his his different things. Like, there's so many people that are quoting this movie like crazy now, where it's just like water bucket release or lava chicken, chicken jockey.
People literally have shirts that say "I am Steve" now.
Yeah, we went to Walmart before the movie, and we got Iris a Minecraft shirt because she was very insistent
Love
that
that.
we had a whole Minecraft day, dude. Like
That's awesome.
we went to McDonald's. She got a Happy Meal with a Minecraft toy. Then we went to Walmart. She picked out a Minecraft shirt that was only like $4. And
Nice.
so I let her go and buy a toy. So she bought a little creeper plush that she took into the movie with her. And yeah, so now what she'll do, she's been carrying it around a lot, but she'll like walk up by me and she's like, "Hey, Daddy," and I'm like, "Yeah," and she goes and like tries to blow it up in my face.
Oh, that's
So
adorable.
she loves that, like doing that. But like I said, I think this movie did exactly what it set out to do. It was fun, Minecraft humor, and I think it ignited a Minecraft spark in me where I'm like, God, like I want to get back into playing.
No, that's awesome.
So I think I like it. Yeah, listen, this isn't like Oscar worthy, like by any stretch of the imagination. But
Yeah.
I think it's at least deserving maybe like an 80. I think it's cracked the 80s enough, or it's enough to have cracked the 80s.
Personally, I don't feel that it did.
Fair.
It's close. It's close, but it's just not there for me. So for writing, I would say a 70. I go 78 for writing.
That's a pretty decent jump. That's
The-
actually
the right-
that's a
yeah.
bigger jump than I made.
Yeah. Well, just the writing is what's like the most enjoyable of this movie. So I got to give it what it deserves.
Yeah. All right. So due to us having some technical difficulties that we haven't come across in a while, we lost all of the audio that we had from between acting and the end of the episode. So to help me fill that slot in and kind of discuss what me and Rose discussed yesterday when we were recording for reels, I have a very special guest today. Say hi.
It's me, Iris.
Yep, we got the editor to come help us out, or help me out today. So the last thing that me and your Uncle Rose were talking about was how in the Minecraft movie, the actors, right?
Yeah.
So in this movie, the actors, we had Jack Black, who played Steve. Then we had Jason Momoa, who played, remember his name? Garrett. Garrett the Garbage Man. Yeah. Then we got Emma Myers, who played Natalie. Then we had Sebastian Eugene Hansen, who played Henry. Then we had Danielle Brooks, who played Dawn. Then we had Jennifer Coolidge, who played Vice Principal Marlene. That's a tough one, huh?
Yes.
Then we had Rachel House, who played Malgosia. Do you remember Malgosia?
Mm-hmm.
Who was she?
A dinger.
The piggy bad guy?
Yeah, piggyback guy.
Yeah. So, if I remember, I had selected my top 3 to be Jason Momoa in order. So, number 1, Jason Momoa. Number 2 was Jack Black. And then my number 3, I gave to Sebastian Eugene Hansen, I think. Yeah. And then Rose, he was a little bit opposite on his top 3. He gave it to Jack Black as number 1, Jason Momoa as number 2, and then I think he gave Emma Myers number 3. But we both had determined that the acting wasn't like the best in the world, and Yeah, like it was good. Like don't get us wrong, it was good, but it was campy as you can get. So we ended up both giving that a 76. What did you think of these guys?
I liked it.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
I liked it when Steve had his pet, and when Steve started when he had howl and cried and make my daddy laugh.
Oh, when Steve sang the song to Dennis,
Yeah, and when he laughed.
and then he howls at the end of the song,
Yeah, and then he cried.
and then he cried. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Then let's see. Yeah, so that was everything that we covered in acting.
Mhm.
When we got to character development, that was a little bit tougher because neither of us felt like there was real growth between characters but by any characters really. Everyone just kind of stayed stationary. Steve, I think we said had the most. So I didn't like, I thought it was pretty average in terms of character development, so I ended up giving it a 72. Or no, Rose gave it a 72. I ended up going a bit lower. I wasn't quite cracking the 70s yet, so I was sitting at a 69. What?
I liked it helping you.
I like when you help me too.
I never done this before.
I know you haven't done this before. We should have you do it more often, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. Look at your own setup and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe your own microphone.
Yeah, and
That'd
my
be cool.
own with computer when I grow up. I'm gonna be a worker just like you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna build up when I grow up too.
Okay, cool. But we're talking about Minecraft right now.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So character development, like we said, wasn't anything too special. But what was special was the special effects, which when we get into the effects category, we were both pretty high on that one because the effects here they were practical. So like, how did all the bad guys look? Did they
They-
look good or did they look bad?
They look really, really, really bad.
No, like not like did they look like bad guys? Did they look good or did they look like they looked weird? I'm explaining this bad.
Well,
So did the movie look pretty or did it look ugly?
It looks pretty. And
It did
I
look
never
pretty.
done that before.
Yeah, what was your favorite thing that was in the movie?
When I liked it when it was when our when our other characters made a mushroom house. That made me really happy.
Oh, the mushroom house? The
Yeah.
mushroom house was awesome.
Yeah, when they made this thing made out of metal just like a ice, they put it on this to make a ice for all mushrooms houses, and I'm gonna build that.
When you play Minecraft next?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but the visual effects were really good. The adaptations between like what the characters are in the games versus how they looked in this movie were really good. So Rose ended up giving this a 90. I ended up giving it a 92. So we were pretty close on that one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on over to music. I liked this soundtrack a lot better than Rose did. He ended up giving it a 6, which is just kind of like super average. It's like slightly above average because I mean they had some decent songs. But he didn't have the connection to some of the fun ones that I did. I told him like taking out the fun little little songs that Jack Black did, I'd probably be at like a 7 overall. But throwing in those little like
Dad,
what?
So that character on the right there
Yeah.
is Steve.
Steve?
Yeah, but he's actually Jack Black.
Yeah, his name is Jack Black.
But it's just a character in the movie.
Yeah, he plays a character named Steve, but his real name is Jack Black.
Yeah, but I liked it when he had.
Why's your hand purple?
But I liked it when he had a death
Dennis?
Dennis, and when he kind of did a waffle and a chicken, and the waffle got a chicken, and it made him like this. And when that character did, that really, really made me laugh.
Yeah, that was really funny,
Yeah.
huh?
We always listen to that.
We do always listen to that.
Yeah.
It's a good song, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 3 songs. They had the birthday rap that Jack Black and Jason Momoa did. So that's the one that they were singing when they were with the Pillagers. Then they had Steve's Lava Chicken.
Yeah, I like that one.
You like that one? I like
Mhm.
that one too. It's fun.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? Oh, it was the Ode to Dennis. And I thought those ones were catchy enough because they've been little earworms for us, right? Because we've been listening to those a lot, huh?
Yeah, we were even listening them in the car.
In the car? Yeah, we
when-
were.
Yeah, when my daddy got a haircut and I got a haircut.
You didn't get a haircut. I got a haircut. You got a haircut like a while ago.
Yeah, I do not remember when I got that.
Yeah. So music, Rose ended up giving it a 6. I bumped myself up to an 8. And then next were the costumes. The costumes we liked a lot. But it was mainly Steve, Garrett, and Dawn that had like the iconic looking costumes. Henry was a little on the plain side. Looking at it like on the poster though, it looked like they were trying to do like a opposite Steve. So we did, or because he was wearing jeans, but and the red hoodie, where Steve is obviously wearing like a blue or like a turquoise, whatever color you want to call that.
Well,
He was wearing a turquoise shirt with pants.
But it was the color blue.
It was the color blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only outfit that we didn't necessarily care for was Natalie. And that was just because hers. I think it was because her arc, she was supposed to be like self-defense and like what?
It's just because Natalie was like, well, that's this tube made the portal, and all other characters that had a new house, they transformed into there. So that really, really, really did came out of my house.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll be right back.
We're almost done. Yeah, so the only one we didn't care for was Natalie, and that's because she was wearing like a really long skirt, and we didn't think because she was doing a lot of fighting, and so we thought that would have been better if they put her in some pants or something and given her like a bit more of a like. I think they could have dressed it up a little bit more instead of putting her in a straight up like dress.
Yeah, but the thing I have not addressed us.
No, you got your pants on, huh?
Yeah.
Just in case you need to fight some zombie piglins.
Well, they're all them. Well, they're all them. Well,
yeah.
They're all.
But yeah, so we decided that we were going to give costumes an 8 out of 10, both of us. And then our personal scores, Rose didn't like this nearly as much as I did. He ended up sitting at like a 74. I thought this was quite enjoyable, but I think it's because I had like better ties to the game. But just because me and Iris have been playing Minecraft a lot, right?
Yeah, but I got Minecraft on a Switch now, but
You do have it on the Switch now.
Yeah, but my daddy only plays it on a phone now, and he doesn't know how to build. Well, he did build on.
I can play on the Xbox.
Yeah, but then we don't have anyone to talk.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah, but if we brought an Xbox in and a Gold Patrol in, then we can play together and we can talk.
We'll have to figure out how to talk on the Switch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was sitting at an 82. What did you think? Like if you had a 0 being like meh and 100 being the best, or let's say 1 out of 10. Like what would you put it at?
I'll put it in. I'm thinking about it.
You're still thinking about it?
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll talk about it afterward. But yeah, so that kind of sums up everything that we did. Going through the scores, like our final scores for everything. Our story ended up averaging out to a 75.
Yes.
Our writing was
Well.
sitting at a 79. Acting is at a 76.
Well, that's that. And I have a dirt on and dead of a dress or a dirt.
That's not what we're talking about. Character development was our lowest category, sitting at a 70.5. The effects, we had a decent bump as our highest category, sitting at a 91. Our music ended up averaging to a 7 out of 10. Our costumes were at an 8 out of 10. And then our personal score ended up averaging to a 78. And then with all of that, the final All Bros letter grade for a Minecraft movie, it came to a C plus.
D plus.
Yeah. So that C plus ended up putting it. It's
Dad,
79.3. What?
I wanted to try typing too.
No typing. Yeah. So ended up averaging to a 79.31. Which put it on the same level as Hocus Pocus 2. That I love you too, baby. And then it put it below Mortal Kombat 2021. It was below the Disney remake of Aladdin, which me and Rose both thought was not accurate. We said it was below The Croods: A New Age, which we thought was a little bit more accurate. And then we had it below Furiosa. We both agree that the reason that we think it ended up above or below Aladdin was because of the music. And then going the opposite direction, it ended up sitting above Uncharted, the 2022 remake of Pinocchio, Ricky Stenicki, Army of the Dead, and then Chicken Run: Dawn of the Nugget. Nugget.
And what made me really crazy, the potato launcher.
The potato launcher?
Yeah, with all the potatoes you can react.
With all the potatoes you can collect? That was so cool, huh?
Yeah, and you can even do them to bad guys to beat them up.
To beat them up?
Yeah, and you can even use them for pigs or anything else. But that wizard, yeah, it takes a really long time.
Yeah, it does.
My daddy can't even do it.
I know, I tried.
Yeah, but
it took so long, huh?
Yeah, but I use my thing, that wizard thing with a chicken.
Oh, the staff?
Yeah, with a staff, and I did fire, and it kind of beat it up.
They had a lot of fun stuff that came out with the movie and on Minecraft. They released a lot of add-ons and character packs. Like we got all the characters from the movie on Minecraft.
Yeah, I was Steve today.
You were playing as Steve today,
Yeah,
huh?
and I got my puppy named Dennis.
You have a puppy named Dennis?
Yeah, but he is actually deeping on my pillow.
Oh my goodness.
Because he was really tired. He didn't even deepen it up for a whole night.
Oh
He
my
had to
goodness.
deep, and now he is really, really upset because I'm working right now.
Yeah.
But soon as I'm done, I'm gonna play and check on him. We're going to walk, but I don't know what's wrong with the rope. It's just coming to my face.
But yeah. So anyway, getting back on topic, child.
I'm not topic.
I said topic.
I'm not that.
You're okay. Yeah. So we apologize for. Don't tap it. People can hear that. So we apologize for the technical issues. We hope that we can have the editor on for future kids movies that we do, because I think her opinion is quite fun. And yeah, so Minecraft overall, good movie, definitely worth checking out, and it's funny, huh? Lots of good songs. But yeah, so that's where it ended up ranking up. Like I said, sitting as C plus. Next week, pending any issues, I think we're going to try shooting for Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah.
You can't go. You can't see that one.
Yeah, but I always play that. I always play my mine. I always play my Legos.
Oh, Lego
Nope.
superheroes.
Yeah, with
yeah,
my
you like
dad.
playing as Captain America, huh?
Yeah, and I can believe he can put out fire.
You can put out fire with his shield. It's super cool.
Yeah, but I do not like doing that. Other words. I mean, other mistakes. All I want to do is just do whatever I want.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, you guys can look forward to that next week. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
I'm Iris.
And for Rose, we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.
Yeah, and apples.
Did you say and apples?
Yeah, because I have apples. Okay, bye.
Bye.